Yeah, not until it's.
They just show you I was gonna say they just probably show you the older models.
Which I mean, have you even seen
Who's they?
Have we seen a robot fish? Or they? I mean, the capitalists, the people that are in control of what the top 6 companies in the nation.
Yeah, BlackRock.
Is that rolling right now?
Yeah.
Oh Lord. So, there's gonna be some changes in your life here coming up soon, man. You excited? You nervous? You anxious? How you feeling about that, man? It's your quest for the ideal self, right? So,
all those things. It's just
yeah,
part of processing the whole reality. But I mean, I'm excited. Ultimately, like if I'm most of anything, I'm excited.
Good. Moving to the next chapter, bro. That's always a big deal. It is scary too, at the same time. But like you said, you can't really perceive the reality until you get there anyway. So I mean, that's kind of the fun in it, right? Like eventually you're gonna experience it.
I mean, in the job world, if I'm gonna choose my chains, I could get better chains.
That part,
that's just where I'm at right now.
Are you gonna go to the same industry?
No, I don't know. That's a good question. Part of my questioning process of myself is like, do I want to be in sales?
Yeah, right. Do you want to do your fucking job?
Not even the industry. Do I want to be in sales? How much of a pivot is this for me?
Yeah, I mean, do you have a top 3 that you're applying to, or are you kind of just scrolling through and seeing like, oh, this sounds cool. I like this company.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some sales jobs that I've applied to because I'm like, I feel like that fits all my strengths.
I can make a boatload of money on this.
Part of the thing is like I'm looking at finance, like valuations, forecasting, maybe go into that.
Oh, tap into that Seattle U. Ooh,
right. But it's also like I was not very good at that in college, bro. Like the math side of finance.
Well, the math side of finance, to me, when I hear finance, I'm like, math. Oh my God, that's a math right there. It's not a math major now. I mean, in the future, looking back now, but during that time, we knew very little, bro. It's kind of like, okay, you had a couple years of college prep. Now you're jumping into, nigga, I thought marketing and sales was the same shit. Maybe that's due to my lack of research.
Well, that part too. Like you just have a different view of things because we've discussed this, like how I chose my degree. Do you remember how you chose and came up with like what you were gonna do in college?
Nah, man. I had a few things I wanted to do, so I looked at the schools that had those to offer and just chose which school to go to. I literally
chose. I didn't really choose to go to college. I didn't want to go to college.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if I wanted to go. Now that you said that,
like I wasn't like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, let's go to college. It was more so like, oh fuck, my family's been to college. I probably need to go to college, not to fuck up.
Right, I gotta impress my family. They're gonna want me to go to college, right? So,
and then on top of that, you know what I did for how I chose my degree?
No.
Yahoo.com. What pays the most money in the least amount of time?
Hey, that's a smart prompt right there, man. You're a prompt engineer. You was built for ChatGPT.
That's literally what I asked Yahoo, and it was like, well, doctor, lawyer,
neurosurgeon.
I was like, fuck, those are 8 years. I don't want to be heavy on science. Finance, boom.
Hey, that's figuring it out though, bro.
But like, it didn't make sense. Like, I could have tried anything else. But also, I'm allowing myself to do that moving forward. Right? Like where I'm at, I'm editing videos. I'm a salesperson during the day. I'm stacking my abilities and just pivoting to what's next. What else can I stack? What can I find that I can like to do?
Have you done a SWOT analysis?
No.
Yeah, in general, have you done one?
I have.
Okay, yeah, just do a SWOT analysis on yourself, and that's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Look that shit up. It's good for you. But man, and that'll help put that in perspective, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I'm going through a similar process in life now, where I'm choosing what I'm going to do with the rest of my life again, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like this is like the third time I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you're stacking.
Right.
All I can think about is brunch right now. Pancakes, French toast, stacking. Because it's going to get to that, bro. You know, stacking leads to stacks. I mean, you have a skill set. You have a particular set of skills.
I will find you.
Not those ones, but, you know.
But there's always something that you can do
with
that. And I mean, I think it's dope that it's a perpetual quest, really, for the ideal self. Like, what do I want to do? What have I learned throughout this journey?
Right.
You know, do I actually have a passion for this, or do I like the fact that it just makes more money than other industries or other jobs even?
Right. And like I found we both found sales super young. So it was like,
yeah, but it was different. I've been Cutco. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I've continued on to sales on that.
That's a great way to put it. To keep that part in.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sales has been.
Let's not talk about sales. Let's talk about restaurant industry. You know, you worked in the restaurant industry,
right?
I mean,
you did that too.
You did a pretty good job in at Northwestern Mutual. I feel like, right? Like,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I like sales, bro. I think I like the results of sales more than I like the process of sales.
Yes.
I'm more of a social. I gotta figure out what that skill set is.
Bro, you fired up? That kind of shit, bro. Like that is oh my god. I'm like, that is not me. And I'm trying to be.
What's that on your nose, bro?
It's just like, it's so disheartening. It's like, that's what makes people successful in sales. Like, all you guys are like this. Like,
it's the culture. It depends on the culture, right? Like, there's these company cultures that like.
But there's some uniformity in a lot of people have different styles in sales. Don't get me wrong, but there's this one thing that they all have underlying. It's like
sexual assault.
Well, that or like
drug abuse, alcohol abuse.
I feel like
fuck else would you do this job? Cocaine and hookers, my friend.
Right.
Sometimes a lot of sales people gaslight themselves into thinking they're helping people.
I like how you put that, bro.
Like,
yeah, you know, there's stuff that you know is not necessarily going to help them, and you're like you're a used car salesman approach with sometimes actually most products, especially if you're in $1 million company, $1 billion company,
right? It
helps people, but you're trained to fuck people and spend as much money, make them spend as much money as possible.
That's the bottom line of sales.
Real sales, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, actually benefit the customer, because then you're going to get the repeating payment there, and then you're also going to get referrals off of that person. They're going to fucking like you. 5-minute friend turns into 5-year contracts.
Right, but ultimately, at the end of my point of this is, at the bottom line, I don't like the process of having someone make a decision because of things I say. Like, I want them ultimately to just make the decision for themselves. Like,
well, I mean, but we do though, bro, because I mean, we have free will. All right.
This is my point, dog. Like, you're gaslighting yourself into thinking that like we're helping them. No,
I mean, gaslighting myself would be something like when I'm in an uncomfortable situation.
You are doing it because it benefits you.
I'm doing what because it benefits me?
Convincing this other person to do something because it benefits you.
Well, I mean, everything you do should be in your benefit. You know, I mean, let me say this in another way. When you are in the world actioning actions, you should take into consideration what's important to you on some real shit. You know, and so that's going to be self-preservation, because you have to protect those around you. And then it's going to be the next person that you're running with in whatever given situation. So you do care about other people, but you got to self-preserve first, because how can you take care of other people if you're not self-preserved?
Like,
I'm gonna take a bullet for my kids. Okay, now your kid's gonna get kidnapped and human trafficked or killed or whatever the fuck because your dumbass jumped in front of a bullet, nigga.
I guess.
You guess? No, that's the physics of jumping in front of a bullet, Gerardo.
But jumping in front of a bullet is not
Yes, it is, bro.
Yo, no.
You're the owner of the company.
Good evening, good night.
Peace out.